Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to the SnowboardProCamp live chat, coming to you guys every Friday. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Here for the next hour to answer all of your snowboard questions. Definitely hit me up this hour. If you guys are watching the replay, also leave any of your questions down in the comments. I'll definitely get to them. Just a reminder, it's also a super chat, so feel free to hit that super chat button. Great way to support the channel. And yeah, really looking forward to talking to all you guys. We'll be on here for the next hour, so let's get into some questions. And yeah, see who's on the live stream. So we've got CDW asking a couple lame questions. Sorry, man. Those aren't PG. Justin Visey he says, what's up from Mammoth? I thought my season was done, but my girlfriend had the itch to hit the slopes. Awesome, man. Yeah, Justin Visey says, took the Jones flagship out today and rode the Union Atlas bindings for the first time. Super sick day. Awesome, man. Yeah, I've been having a great time here in Whistler as well, getting some spring riding in. I hope you guys, if you do get the chance, you're out in some spring snowboarding. It's definitely been, for myself, one of the best spring seasons for snowboarding ever. We've just had the last month, it's just been sunny nonstop and lots of snow still up in the mountain to shred. And the park crew here in Whistler has done a great job as well, maintaining all the jumps and rails and boxes and everything. So it's just been an incredible spring season of spring snowboarding. Rufus says, would you recommend me to get into skateboarding? Definitely. I feel like skateboarding is just an awesome way to continue to improve your balance and all the same skills that go into snowboarding in the winter. You can just keep those rocking and progressing all summertime long. Yeah, last summer was the first summer that I got into skateboarding consistently, and I definitely felt that it improved my snowboarding come wintertime. Aaron says, what's up from Scotland? Yeah, guys, also, if you have any questions, it'd be awesome to hear as well where you guys are watching from. Wakeboard Pro Camp. Awesome. What's up, Wakeboard Pro Camp? What is your favorite resort? It's such a tough question because every resort just like offers something different and different styles. So, I don't know. That's really tough. I can't say. I'll get back to you on that though. Maybe I'll make a video on like my top 5 favorite resorts. Lucifer Morningstar's on here. What's up, Lucifer? Says, sup, Kevin? My 2018 Capita Mercury arrived. Have you tried that board? No, I haven't tried that one out, but I've been checking out some of the other Capita snowboards. Look like a lot of fun. If you guys haven't seen it yet, check out TJ's review. Just posted up yesterday of the Capita horoscope. TJ absolutely killed that review. Such an entertaining, fun video and a great way to learn about the horoscope. But that board's intriguing me. Also the Capita DOA. So there's a couple Capita boards on my radar, but I'll look out for the Capita Mercury as well. A fan of the channel that I was riding with recently here in Whistler, Tim, he was riding the Capita DOA, and he's been riding it for like 5 years now, and he just absolutely loves it. So a couple Capita boards for me to check out. Maybe I'll get a chance. I'm actually snowboarding with TJ on Sunday. This Sunday? Yeah, Sunday at Timberline Resort in Oregon. So maybe I'll get a chance to hop on one of TJ's Capitas then. And Josh Lucas says, what's up from Oregon, Mount Hood? Yo, awesome. I'll see you guys down there in a couple days. Mr. PJ023 says, what's your favorite breakfast cereal? I don't have a favorite breakfast cereal. I don't really eat cereal, but I do eat like oatmeal. I love oatmeal. Oatmeal with like frozen berries and bananas and syrup and all that stuff. Oliver Corral says, hey from NZ, you coming this season? Yeah, definitely. I think in August, I'm going to be in New Zealand. So looking forward to that. Going to ride with David Jones at Cardrona. Yeah, really stoked to be riding at Cardrona this summer. So can't wait to do that. And I might head down to Australia as well, down to Perisher. So we're going to check that out. Rufus says, how is your skateboarding getting on? Actually, I haven't done much skateboarding yet just because the snowboarding has still been incredible. So I'm going to keep with the snowboarding until we get some closures in the mountains and stuff. And then I'm then I'll get onto the skateboard. But as of now, still trying to snowboard every day. Was up yesterday. I'm taking today off because I got to pack and get ready for the trip tomorrow. But overall, it's just keeping with the snowboarding. But I'll get on the skateboard soon. Charles says, yo, Kevin. Charles from Boston. Awesome. Any thoughts on the Union Contact Pros? So I don't have the Contact Pros, but I do have the Union Contacts, and I've been loving them. Basically, the Contacts are like the freestyle binding for Union, and they're just a bit softer, more flexible, allows you to get your board and body into different positions for those snowboard tricks. Also a bit more forgiving for if you land a bit nose or tail heavy. And yeah, they've just been great. So I definitely recommend them. And even the toe cap, the problem I had with the Union Atlas with the toe cap coming off once in a while, it hasn't happened at all with the Contacts. So I've been super impressed. As you guys can see too, it's pretty sunny here in Whistler. Maybe I'll take some sun off of the lens here. And awesome. So Marcus says, I live in the UK, sadly. UK is a pretty cool spot too. Auntie says, hello from Finland. Carmine was in the Alps 3 weeks ago. Can't wait until next season. Nice, man. Yeah, I love the Alps. Lucas says, when trying board slides on rails, I often can only get my nose on the rail and slip off. Is it a commitment issue? Any tips? Yeah, it's just commit. I feel like that's, if TJ was here, TJ is like the rail board slide master. He would say, just commit. You got to commit to it. And yeah, kind of get into like getting on 50-50 first. And then, yeah, then just progress from there. Legends of Games says, have you ever snowboarded in Scotland? I get this question every live stream. No, I've never snowboarded in Scotland, but someday I will. I love it. I love the Scotland question. Comes every week. Stan Deeks, what's the next 2019 board you're wanting to try? Ooh, that's an awesome question, Stan, because there's a bunch of, I've been looking at 2019 boards, even though I should not be thinking that far ahead into the future on snowboarding. But yeah, definitely some of the Capita boards, Capita DOA. I've also been looking at some of the ride boards. So the new ride, the Ride War Pig, of course, and then there's two new like pig boards coming. The Ride Twin Pig and the Ride Mountain Pig. So looking to check some of those boards out. Definitely want to try the Ride War Pig because it's in the past it's been a little bit too small for me. They haven't had like a ton of sizes for it, and now they've expanded it to some larger sizes. So I might pick up one of those. And then for powder boards, I don't know. There's so many cool powder boards out there. Yeah, but I definitely, every season I want to try some different boards, get into some different stuff. So yeah, looking forward to some of those new shapes. Also checked out some of the new Jones snowboards. They look like a lot of fun. Look very similar to the 2018. But some fun stuff out there. Ooh, not the other Capita sort of line, the spring break line of powder boards. That's pretty tempting to try some of those spring break snowboards. Special says, got any help for making a dry slope? I don't, but maybe check out Matt Miniacci's channel. He's got I think he has a dry slope project in the works. Champ watching from Boulder, Colorado. Justin Visey says, I love it, dude. I was at Crossroads earlier in the season between the flight attendant that I got. So I got that. I sold it last month and bought the flagship. It's an awesome ride. Nice. Kyle Campbell says, are you guys in Whistler? Yeah, at the moment in Whistler, it's been one of the best months of spring riding for me, like ever here in Whistler. So been just riding as much as possible. Lots of sunny days. Had Matt Miniacci and David Jones here for a few weeks, and just lots of fun riding with those guys. Unfortunately, Whistler Mountain for the spring closes on Monday. So I'm heading down to Oregon to Timberline Resort for a week. I'm going to meet up with TJ and our friends from England, Narav and Yannick. So really looking forward to riding with those guys for a week. But then the Whistler opens up for the summer on June 9th. So we'll probably be up on the glacier here in Whistler starting June 9th. Should be fun. Michael Roberts says, any plans for Australia trip this year, Kev? Yeah, so I think we're gonna get down to Perisher. It's a couple trips away, so I haven't planned it out yet, but I feel like August, September, we'll be down in Australia doing some riding. Alan says, hello from SF. I'm gonna guess that's San Francisco. My winter in Tahoe's over as last weekend. Was a slush fest. Yeah, that's definitely what can happen. It can turn into a slush fest for sure. Lockerai says, hello from Denver. As of today, I can physically go down the mountain. I purchased a pair of 2006 DC Phase boots, used 3 times for $40. Amazing, yeah, good deal. Yeah, it's a good thing, like to check out some of the online posts to get cheap gear. Go on the Craigslist or check out yard sales or anything like that. eBay. Carmine says, looking to buy my first board. I'd say I'm an intermediate. How about the brand Head? I've actually never seen or rode a Head board, so I don't really have any advice. I feel like they're sort of, they're not the best brand. They're sort of a entry point brand. So if you're an intermediate, I would bypass Head and move on to something else. Cameron says, keep an eye out for Casey Willax, another YouTube snowboarder who will be at T-Line. Oh, sick. Yeah, for sure. I'll go look up his YouTube channel as well. Casey Willax. Check him out. Gavin says, you're the best YouTuber. Awesome. Thanks, Gavin. Auntie Malasu, how old are you and how long have you been snowboarding? So I'm 36 now, and I've been snowboarding since I was 15. So 21 years. It's pretty crazy. Justin Visey says, I'm originally from the Bay Area, man. My home mountain is Squaw. Where do you ride in Tahoe? Still got some sick spring conditions in Mammoth. Awesome. Yeah, I would love to actually come down to Mammoth too. One of my favorite things I've been noticing about this live stream too is that it's turning into a hangout. So it's awesome to see all you guys talking to each other. Everyone from all over the world just asking each other questions about snowboarding. It's very cool. CP Trading Guam says, do you have any plans to go snowboarding in Japan soon? Not soon, but definitely next winter. So looking at kind of like January, February for Japan next year. Went this year, it was like the first week of March. I feel like we went just a little bit too late. The snow is still great, but if we get there in January, February, where those colder months, and we'll get that true Japan powder, that chapow. Josh says, you riding Saturday at Timberline or just Sunday? So Saturday, tomorrow, that's our travel day. We're gonna be driving all day long. Arrive Saturday night. We'll, get a good night's sleep and then up early Sunday to ride our first day on Sunday. And then I think we're there for like 7 days of riding from Sunday. Alan talking to Justin. Awesome. Scorpia's Rising for Real says, what would you recommend to overcome a mental barrier? Hello, by the way, from Kimberly, BC. Awesome. Great question too. I feel like to overcome a mental barrier, it's, you got to sort of progress with the steps. So just, if I don't know what your mental barrier is, but just taking those like small steps where you're just like creeping towards it. And, I don't know, I guess it's like, it depends on what it is. Like, let's say if you have a mental barrier around 360s, maybe take it to like a really small jump first. Or if you have a mental barrier around doing a certain kind of turn, you can kind of like take the speed down a little bit. So a lot of the times it's these mental barriers that are around doing things too big or too fast. So sometimes when you take it to something smaller or something with less consequence, then it can set you up for success. Lucas says, hey Kevin, thanks for the replies in the past. Managed to get the Burton process as a first board. Can't wait for the season. Regards from Argentina. Awesome, Lucas. Yeah, that's a great pick for first board, man. I rode the process for about a whole season. I had a few seasons ago. Really liked it. Was just a great intermediate board. Lots of pop in the tail, great for turning and park. It's just a good all-around board. And it's a good board too because it's not too expensive. It's around like, well, North America, it's around $400. So it's a great intermediate board. Charlie says, can't wait for next season. Yeah, definitely. Josh says, how tall are you? 6'3", so I'm pretty tall for a snowboarder. Usually snowboarders are a bit shorter, get that center of gravity low. Oliver says, any tips on hitting some jumps or rails for the first time? Well, definitely with the rails, prepare yourself by hitting lots of boxes first. That'll really help. And then for jumps, it's about starting small, building it up. And for jumps too, the thing with jumps is that you end up getting a lot of speed. So you want to be able to ride just on the runs, feeling confident with speed. So you can practice that by hitting side hits, by doing ollies on the runs, just doing everything to get comfortable with speed. And the way that you get comfortable with speed too is by being able to control that speed. So just making sure that your turns are down good and all that stuff. So yeah, I would say getting comfortable with speed is huge. Alan knows my height and weight. You're pretty spot on. Yeah, about 6'3", 180 pounds. That's right. Alvaro says, Gomez says, is it okay to use a skateboard helmet for snowboarding, or are there any differences apart from the ear caps? I don't exactly know. I know that there's like certain certificates and safety measures that snowboard helmets have than skateboard helmets. So maybe do some research into that. I feel like they could be just as safe, but maybe you want to double check and make sure that the skateboard helmet has the different like certifications to make sure that it's safe enough. I feel like a skateboard helmet would probably be made even more safe because when you're landing onto that hard concrete. Champ says, what resorts are still open in the US and Canada? Also, thanks so much for the great tips and advice as it made me a better and more comfortable rider. Awesome. Yeah, no problem, man. That's amazing. So some of the resorts that are still open. So Whistler's open till Monday. Then it opens again on June 9th for the summer riding on the glacier. Timberline Resort at Mount Hood in Oregon is open. Mammoth Mountain in Colorado is still open. And then down in, sorry, did I say Colorado or California? Yeah, Mammoth in California. And then in Colorado, I believe that Copper Mountain's still open. I don't know for sure. I'm sure there's a few more that are still open out there as well. Scott says, looking sharp. Thanks, man. Thanks, Scott. All right, Rob Gams, what's up, Kevin? What's up, Rob? Might see you and TJ next weekend at Timberline. Awesome, Rob. Yeah, well, if anyone's out there going to be at Timberline, definitely come up, say hello. We'll try to do a meetup while we're at Timberline too, but it's awesome meeting fans of the channel wherever we go. Last time I was at Timberline, met tons of people just in the lift lines and on the runs. It was so much fun, so I'll be looking out for you guys. If anybody's out there, and you guys are at Timberline and you start like giving me a look, come say hi, or I might wave. So it would be awesome to meet some of you guys. Tom Ver says, what would be the best time in Whistler winter for 2 weeks outside of the busy holiday weeks? Between Jan, April maybe. I feel like the beginning of January is a great time to come to Whistler. Like the first couple weeks of January. There's not really anything going on in terms of holidays, and everyone's kind of got the Christmas fatigue. So yeah, Christmas is crazy busy, but then the first couple weeks of January, I feel like are a good time to sneak in there where it's nice and quiet. And Jen's on the chat. What's up, Jen? Thanks for tuning in. David says you should come to Schweitzer in Idaho next year. All right, I'll look into it. Just a reminder to you guys that after the live stream, I'm going to jump over to Patreon and do another live chat hangout over on Patreon. If you guys don't know, Patreon is an awesome way to support the channel. For $3 a month, you get lots of different perks, one of which is bonus live streams. So if you guys want to hop over for another live stream, right after this one, I'm going to jump onto Patreon. And German Budazani says, hey, Kevin, you should come ride here in Patagonia, Argentina. You'll love it in Chalco Mountain. Awesome. Yeah, we'd love to snowboard in South America, down in Argentina or Chile. Yeah, man, I'll definitely check it out. That sounds awesome. Lockry says, I asked TJ if he has ever ridden old Camber. Have you? No, I've never even heard of Camber. Get Nautical says, Casey is the man. He's there now with the CT Boys 6 sponsored rider. All right, I definitely have to check out this Casey dude. And Alan says, for winter trip planning, when is Whistler likely to be foggy? Oh man, that's just a gamble. I feel like it could be foggy at any point. So here in Whistler, it's a mix of weather. The weather's always changing. You can run into those weeks where it's like foggy. Maybe the most cloudy month could be March. So maybe March, early April. Those can be typically the cloudiest months, but you can get fog and clouds at any time here. Lucifer Morningstar says, head snowboards are generally rental boards. Steer clear of them. I've actually seen one for sale in any reputable. I've never seen one for sale in any reputable snowboard shop. All right, good advice, man. Champ says, have you ever been in any competitions? No serious competitions. I feel like I got into snowboarding a bit too late. And so, yeah, the competitions are for like the young kids. If you're like a teenager, early 20s, I feel like that's like the premium time to be getting into competitions. And Ryan C says, Casey Willax is the man. Hi from Encinitas. Awesome. Okay, I gotta check out this Casey Willax kid. Thanks again, everyone, for tuning in. 57 people watching, 26 likes. Really stoked, guys. This is my favorite day of the week. Friday, talking to you guys. So much fun. Yeah, gonna be on here for an hour answering all your questions. And yeah, really stoked to be here. Just coming here to you guys from Whistler, BC. Just been having a great time snowboarding this spring. And yeah, stoked to be on here chatting with you guys. Get Nautical says, what do you think of No Bad Day demo program? I haven't heard of it. What is the No Bad Day demo program? Rob Gam says, for Timberline's spring summer boarding, is it only park and jumps, or are there actual runs open for to the public? Yeah, there's also runs open. So, you know, the highlight in the spring and summer is definitely park riding because the runs get pretty slushy. But there are runs that you can do. And the great thing with Mount Hood is it's so big at Timberline there that the runs that are open, you know, you can still do fairly long runs. They're not the most, you know, it's pretty open. So it's not like runs that have a lot of character. They're kind of like just wide open spaces that are groomed. So, you know, if you're just into like turning and getting your turns down or whatever it is, there's definitely some, big runs, open spaces to do some riding. Get Nautical says, seems like you went through a lot of boards this year. What do you think, what do you do with them all? Some boards saw you on maybe once or twice. Yeah, so a few of the boards, I guess, mostly I guess not every board has made it into every video. But I have tried a lot of different boards this year. Some of the boards that some of the boards I got given to me for free, and some boards I don't like that much. I can't really think of too many that I don't like, but just in terms of boards, it's like if it's a board that I'm not really super stoked on, then it's a board that I don't want to ride a lot because I don't want to recommend it to you guys. So the boards that I ride in the videos are the boards that I really want to recommend to you guys. And some of the boards too throughout the seasons they may have been demo boards, so boards that I've just hopped on for a day or two just to try out. So yeah, I guess what I'm gonna do with the boards is, you know, have some kind of I'll probably sell them maybe in next fall, and just get a new line of new boards. But yeah, the boards in the videos for the most part are the boards that I'm stoked on, that I like. All right, guys. Just a reminder, if I miss your guys' question, just hit me up again. I'm going to try to answer as many as possible. Also, as a reminder, guys, it's a super chat as well. So if you guys have a question that you need answering, just hit that super chat button. Awesome way to support the channel. Ooh, and we've got a few super chats. Or one from Alan. Alan, man, thanks for the super chat. And Alan says, for the ramen fund. Sick, man. Yeah, thanks, Alan. Yeah, I love that ramen place in Whistler. It's so good. It's one of my favorites. Thanks so much, man, for the 20 bucks. All right, just gonna get back to the spot. Tomver says, I'm super jealous of all the mountains, man. Here in the Netherlands, it's always a 10-hour drive to the nearest resort. Yeah, that's a trek. Wow. I might hit up the Netherlands next. Is it Holland or Belgium? I think there's like a big indoor snow center in Holland I'm gonna try to hit up next year. Scorpia's Rising for Real says, I have a mental barrier for a wildcat, and the problem is that I can't hit it on the snow. Ooh. Yeah, I feel like with those inverted tricks, it's all about having the perfect place to attempt them. So into powder or into like slushy snow with like that sort of like a forgiving landing. I think that's key. Dalen Engel says, what's up, Kevin, from Manning Park. Awesome. Thanks for tuning in, Dalen. Justin Visey says, would you add to the point of speed you mentioned, Kev? Get comfortable riding switch for park. Yeah, definitely. Switch riding, huge for park. Shout out to Dave Denko. Thanks for watching, man. Ryan C. If Chris is on here, I watched Follow Me Around last night. Good recommendation. Picture This was epic too. Yeah, so if you guys don't know what he's talking about, those are two snowboard vids from the 2000s from MacDog Productions. Yeah, those are a couple of my favorite videos as well. Jacob says, which board would you recommend? Alps mostly high speed or powder, TRS HP, NS Proto, TT, NS Shaper Twin, Capita DOA, Burton Process. Ooh, for high speeds, I think I would recommend the TRS HP. That's the one I would recommend. And Jen, Tomver, would you have more resorts at only 10-hour drive than in the US or Canada? There's quite a lot of resorts here in North America that, yeah, I guess it depends. The US and Canada are so massive, you could get stuck way out in the middle somewhere with no resorts around. And Lockerai says Arapahoe Basin is still open. Okay, very cool. Down in Colorado there. Dalen Engel says, how much is the Timberline Pass? So the Timberline Pass, the Spring Pass, which I'm not sure when it starts, but it ends at the end of this month, was $139 US. So when I was there about a month ago or so, I bought one, and yeah, probably gonna get about 10 to 12 days of riding with it. So for $140, it was a good deal. Vince Powell Newman, what's up, man? Thanks for tuning in. All right, I think we got another super chat. Awesome. Bad Riders. What's up, Adam? Bad Riders, $5 Australian. Thanks so much. Cheers for the awesome content, Kev. See you on Patreon. Yes, I'll see you on Patreon. I've already got it scheduled, so 4:05 p.m. Pacific time, 5 minutes after this chat ends, I'm going to pop on to Patreon. Awesome, Adam. Ooh, another super chat from Justin Visey with the $2. Awesome. Thanks so much, Justin. Hashtag Buffalo Cauliflower Fund. Nice, man. You know me too well. Wow, you guys are really, you guys know what I like. Vanessa Max says, are you planning an overseas trip? If so, when and where? So the next overseas trip, I feel like 100% is going to be down in New Zealand, Queenstown, riding at Cardrona. So that'll be the next one. and then possibly in Australia over at Perisher. So those are the 2 summer trips we got planned so far. Gabriel M says, what's your favorite resort when you're in the States? Whew, that's tough. One of my favorite for trees and powder is Mount Bachelor. But also, when I was down in Colorado, I feel like Keystone Incredible Park has an incredible park. I don't know, all those resorts in Colorado. Haven't had a chance to ride them each a ton. But yeah, then going to Timberline next week. It's awesome vibes down there in Oregon at Timberline too. Hans von Korler says, how do you feel about the new gondola at Blackcomb? Yeah, I guess I'm pretty stoked about it. I like when there's new things get built on these mountains. So yeah, we got a new gondola coming to replace 2 chairlifts. I'm pretty down. I guess I don't know if I like riding chairlifts too though. It's nice to be like outside enjoying nature in the mountains. But hopefully there'll be some more chairlifts to ride. And German says, it'd be awesome to have you over to Argentina. Southern Snow is waiting with open arms. Awesome, thank you. Yeah, we'll definitely have to get down to Central America one day. Maybe this summer, who knows? CJ Explored says, trying to hit up Mount Hood in June. Hope to see you out there. Yeah, sick, man. Yeah, I will be at Mount Hood for session 1 of the High Cascade Snowboard Camp from June 17th to like the 25th. So if you guys are out there, then I'll see you there too. Ooh, and then Rob Gams is making a good point here. He says the summer pass is $8.99 American. So yeah, for the Timberline summer pass, it goes up quite a bit. So yeah, the spring pass is $139. The summer pass is $8.99. Crazy. So Michael Anderson says, what do you think of Never Summer? As a beginner, is it worth getting a new board, or you think secondhand is the way forward? I think either way. I feel like if you do get a new board, then get a new board that's on like the lower end of the price range. So as a beginner, you can get like a board that's like $350 or $400 and you'll be totally set. The thing with Never Summer boards, I guess, you know, they've got some boards around that price range, but you don't want to get a Never Summer board that's like $600-700 if you're a new snowboarder. Vince Powell Newman says, you guys should totally do an SPC mountain takeover one weekend with enough notice. Good point. I definitely book a trip out to Whistler for that. Ooh, that'd be really cool. Yeah, here in Whistler, just like block off a week to ride with fans. That'd be awesome. Yeah, really good idea, man. I'll keep that in mind for sure. Mirth Hart says, why do you ride the Westmark rocker instead of the Camber? Actually, that's a funny thing. So I actually got that Arbor Westmark sent to me for free. And I did originally ask for the Camber version, but they, for whatever reason, sent me the rocker. And I guess because it's free, I was just stuck with it. But I've been riding it and I actually really like it. Even though it's a total rocker board, it still has enough like snap in the nose and tail for ollies and nollies and for popping off of jumps. So even though it's rocker, it's still got a lot of snap to it. So I've been really enjoying it. And then because it's a rocker too, it's really easy to press, easy for butters, and yeah, just kind of forgiving on more catch free for spins and stuff like that. And Champ says, do you have a job outside of YouTube? I used to, but not anymore. I'm doing the YouTube thing now full time. Lomer Dick says, what do you do in the summer months work-wise? Another work question. Yeah, we'll just be making these snowboard videos for you guys. So that's the goal, to make snowboard videos all summer. And Get Nautical says, what do you think of Donex? So Donex snowboards. Was thinking of getting a custom one for next year. I feel like if you're into carving and carving is your passion, and you want to ride like Ryan Napton, then Donex is the way to go. They have some incredible carving boards, incredible race boards. Yeah, definitely check it out. Daniel Liston says you should try Kirkwood, and can I get a shout out? Yeah, shout out Daniel Liston, and yeah, we'll keep Kirkwood on the list. Seahorse Go Blubbers, awesome name, says, I've been waiting for 3 years to get into my local snowboarding classes. Awesome, you got snowboarding classes? Wow, high school has changed since my day. Tim Millett says, you're my dad. Awesome, thanks, son. All right, so I'm gonna scroll down here, see some of these news questions. Thanks again for all the super chats. Thanks for all your questions, guys. And Jen's got a comment, says, head snowboards aren't that bad. Built in Austria, good build quality. Most snowboard schools in Austria use them. Not my favorite brand, Libtech rules, but still a solid brand. Awesome, thanks for the advice. Brovids Productions says, have you ever been to Mohawk Mountain? No, never been. Where is Mohawk Mountain? Michael L with the super chat. Thanks, Michael. $5. Is YouTube and he says, is YouTube a full-time job for you? Also, just wanted to personally thank you for all the great vids. Awesome. Well, thanks for watching, Michael. Happy that they helped. And yeah, YouTube is the full-time job. The first few years, I kind of went back and forth. So I was making videos, and also working other jobs, especially in the summer months. I would have to sort of put the videos on hold a bit and then work and save money so that I could afford to, make the videos the rest of the year. But the channel's grown enough that I can actually, do this full time. Also with the help of you guys through stuff like Patreon and these live chats, it's, just helping me to do this year round. But yeah, YouTube is it's tough. It's really, you got to be getting millions of views to earn money. And then on top of that, doing extra stuff. So yeah, just trying to find other ways to earn income through the videos and through YouTube. So it's a tough game, but it's also really awesome. And I love doing it and love chatting with you guys. And yeah, absolutely love making the videos. So yeah, the first few years though were definitely tough. Like, would just basically work other jobs, save money, and then spend all that money to make the video. So it's nice now that it's finally paying off. Michael Anderson says, as replying to Alan, says, cool to hear. I'm a fairly standard height weight, so it sounds like it could work well. Been looking at the Peacemaker board for 2019. Looks amazing. Cool, well, I'll have to check out that Peacemaker board. Oliver says, make sure you have an NZ mince pie, but I'm sure David will get you too. Oh, we'll get you too, yeah. Well, I lived in Australia about 10 years ago, and I definitely had my fill of mince pies. I know they're probably not as good as New Zealand, but when I'm down there, I'll definitely get a vegetable pie, because I'm doing the whole vegan thing, so I don't think the mince part will be good, but we'll definitely hit up some vegetable pies. I think this is Johannes Bach. How do you train your knees? Well, it's kind of an odd question, but I feel like to have healthy, good knees, get into some stretching, do some squats, do some yoga. I don't know, go on some hikes, hike a mountain. That's a good way to strengthen knees. Even trampoline sessions, good way to get your legs nice and strong. Emilian Popoff says, sup y'all? What's up, Emilian? Thanks for joining in, man. David Harper, I need to know what to get when I board here in Colorado. Lots of stuff. So you need snowboard socks, snowboard boots, snowboard pants. I recommend getting impact shorts in case of any falls. You can, some base layers. So I don't know, I just picked up some Under Armour base layers. Snowboard jacket. You can even get a mid-layer jacket, which is can be pretty handy. Balaclava, goggles, helmet for sure, and of course, snowboard and bindings. So, and then in Colorado, I feel like you guys get some colder temperatures than we do up here in Whistler. So make sure that you're getting nice warm stuff, some warm mitts. That's key. CJ Explorer says, A Basin in Colorado, best resort for big Rocky Mountains, right up in your face. Awesome. And Champ Lindahl says, have you ever done Corbet's Couloir in Jackson Hole? I never have, but Jackson Hole is on the list of top of my list for resorts to visit next year. So definitely want to go to Jackson Hole. And we got another super chat from Emilian Popoff, €5. Thanks, Emilian. And Emilian says, just hopped on to say hi. Season is over here, so the vids are the only thing that's left now. So thanks for that. Hashtag Taco Fund. Awesome. Thanks, Emilian. Yeah, appreciate it, man. We'll definitely hit up the taco shop pretty soon. If you guys are in Whistler, and if yeah, my favorite taco place is what's it called? La Cantina in Marketplace. So yeah, thanks a million. Sorry your season's over, man. Maybe you'll get a chance to do some kind of summer riding, or I don't know if you skateboard or do other board sports, but yeah, we'll keep the videos coming for you. Really appreciate it. All right. Get back to some of the questions. David Harper says, what's your nationality? Canadian. I don't know if you can tell. Do I have a Canadian accent? Todd Williams, summer practice to prepare 2018, 2019. Any board sport, anything with a board, skateboarding, wakeboarding, longboarding. Maybe hit up some trampoline centers. Trampolining, I think, is huge for air awareness. And yeah, get your fitness dialed in. So lots of hikes or walks or bike rides or whatever you do to get in shape. And then flexibility is huge in snowboarding too. So you can do some yoga, stretching, and yeah, all of the above. Michael Anderson says, thanks, Kevin. Can't lie, I've been looking at the Peacemaker. It's like $800. It looks so cool, but guess I should not spend too much too quickly. I don't know. I guess it's up to you. It's up to you. Martin Hooker, is it normal to have discomfort around the top of the foot from the binding when practicing pressing? Yeah, I guess that's something that can happen if you're like pressing too much. And I feel like when you're learning presses too, you got to put like extra effort into the press, which then may give you some discomfort. And then as you get the technique down better, then you may have less discomfort. But yeah, maybe try not tightening your binding so much. Or I don't know what kind of boots you have. Maybe your boots are too worn out. But yeah, I feel like as you get better at presses, you'll have less discomfort as your technique gets better. But yeah, try loosening off those bindings a bit too. Jacob says, which size should I get? TRS HP. 183 centimeters for 83 kilograms, size 9.5 to 10 boots, and which bindings? So definitely hit up some medium bindings, because 9.5, 10 boots, you should be fine with mediums. I really like, so if you're doing high speed riding and carving, you can check out the Union Atlas. Those are the bindings that I was rocking all winter, and they're really solid. Made for more performance-based stuff and riding at high speeds. And 68 kilograms. I'm always bad with the kilograms to pounds conversion, but what's 68 kilograms? So that's like times it by 2.25, so it's 140. And then I don't know exactly. Just there should be a scale. There should be a scale for when you're buying the board. It'll say like, you know, you find your weight, and then it tells you which size board to get. And Marcus says, hi, Kevin from Sweden. What's up, Marcus? Thanks for watching from Sweden, man. Daniel says, hey, Kevin, massive fan of the channel. Thinking of getting the T-Rice Pro HP blunt shape, mainly for the magnet traction. What's your thoughts on yours? Any regrets? No, been loving that board. Yeah, I feel like for riding like ice and carving and stuff like that, the T-Rice is awesome. Yeah, just like really grabs onto the snow so that you're not like sliding out, losing that edge. Yeah, it's also really fun and powder and everything too. So it's a great like all mountain board. CJ Explored says, oh, he's talking to David Harper. Okay, that's cool. Justin's talking to Champ. Everyone's talking amongst each other. Very cool, guys. All right, so JNYC265 says, does snowboarding feed your soul? Great question. You do a great job. I'm glad you found something that you enjoy with your time here on Earth. Wow, really deep question. Yeah, I would say snowboarding, yeah, feeds my soul. Yeah, it's, I feel like that's why people love snowboarding and just like sports and outdoor things in general. You just have that good feeling while you're doing it. CJ Explored, oh, talking to Justin Visey. And Bro Vids is watching from upstate Connecticut. CJ Explored says, kudos for taking the risk of the full-time YouTuber leap, living the dream. Yeah, thanks, man. It was definitely just, yeah, a lot of faith that eventually it would pay off. Bro Vids Productions, shout out, and they ask, what are the best gloves? So some of my favorites are, they're all mittens actually, but the Neff Ripper mitt, really love it. It's a bit of a lighter weight mitt, so if your hands are naturally warm and you want a sort of thinner mitt that has really great grip, I would say the Neff Ripper mitt. Also the Crab Grab, I think it's called the Crab Grab, I can't remember, but the Crab Grab mitts I've recently bought are really solid too. Also, I was riding Dakine mitts. The Crab Grab and the Dakine are both pretty warm, so check out those as well if you want a warmer mitt. And Champ backs me up with the Crab Grab and Dakine. Nice. Martin Southwood says, do you exercise before you go boarding? I don't exercise, but I would definitely do some like stretching and stuff. Usually my routine is that I'll do a few runs just to get everything warmed up. Then once I'm sort of warm, then I'll kind of go off to the side, do a stretching for like 15 minutes. And then I feel like a huge difference after I do a bit of stretching and then get back on my board. It's like a totally different feeling. So I definitely recommend that. But I don't like go to the gym or anything like that before snowboarding. Alga7, what's the next time on SnowboardProCamp and how to get into snowboarding video when it was David's last day? He was on the phone and asked him, Matt could stay with you. What was that? So that was just like that was a joke. So we thought it would just be a funny cliffhanger to say, to pretend like he was calling Matt to, like he was canceling his flight and Matt was going to fly back and come stay with me here in Whistler. So it was just a kind of a goof, but yeah, we'll definitely be riding again together at some point. Lockry says, crash pants, would rollerblade pants work? Design should be the same. Yeah, I guess they should work. I guess the thing that I use the crash pants most for is to protect my tailbone. So if it has a tailbone protector on there, then you're all good. Gabriel M says, I've skied for years, and now that I'm 50 years old, I just had to try snowboarding and I absolutely love it. I can't believe I waited so long. Your vids are awesome. Appreciate all you do. Awesome. Thanks, Gabriel. Yeah, happy to hear that you made the switch. That's amazing. Defnock says, hi, Kevin. How old are you? I'm 36. Rock Dog says, any new boards for 2018? No, I think I got my board quiver is all filled up for 2018, but been starting to look at the 2019 boards, and yeah, there's some nice stuff out there from Capita and Ride and a few other brands. So looking forward to checking out some 2019 boards. CJ Explored says, wakeboarding is my summer jam for sure. Longer than my snowboard season for sure. Cool. Yeah, wakeboarding is so much fun. I'd love to do more wakeboarding. There's not a lot of, there's lakes around here, but they're very cold, and there's only one lake that allows like motorboats, so not a ton of wakeboarding around Whistler. NGen with the super chat. Thanks, NGen. NGen says $10 for the Jill Flower Fund. Awesome. Jill actually just came home too. I'll let her know, NGen. Thanks so much, man. That's awesome. Alan says 68 kilograms is 150-ish pounds. Ooh, nice. So yeah, for 150-ish pounds, board size, you're probably looking at like around 150 centimeter board. Around there, maybe even shorter, 148. But yeah, check the weight scale on the board scale. Rob Taylor, hi Kevin, do you recommend high intensity cardio or other techniques to prepare for breathing at different mountain elevations? That one's tough. For myself, like early this season, I was doing like lots. I did tons and tons of hikes this year. Probably the most hikes I've ever done. So I felt like my cardio was really good. But going to Colorado and getting up into those higher elevations, like 11, 12,000 feet, it just completely took it out of me. So I felt like there was nothing I could really do to prepare for elevation besides just like climatizing to it. So I feel like that's the key is yeah, you just have to get used to it. Yeah, because I went into it feeling really good, really in shape, and I felt it bad, the elevation sickness and all that. Mirth Hart says, why do you ride the Arbor Westmark rocker instead of Camber? I think I answered that one already. I actually wanted the Camber one. They sent me the rocker, but I actually really like the rocker version. Still got lots of snap to it, lots of ollie, great for popping off of jumps. But then the rocker shape allows you to butter and press and also to kind of spin and stuff with having that more catch-free shape to it. And CJ Explored, $5 super chat for the taco fund. Thanks, CJ. Oh, he says gas fund. Oh, amazing. Don't forget to buy from SnowboardProCamp and Board Archive affiliate links to support the channel, y'all. Great point. Thanks for mentioning that, man. Yeah, so below every video, there's a list of all of our gear. So if you guys buy any like snowboard equipment or anything through those links, doesn't even have to be the exact product, but just like anything off those sites, then we get a commission. So it's just a great way to yeah, support the channel, for us to make some money so that we can keep the videos coming. Yeah, thanks, CJ, man. And Fat Spotty says, is there a cheap all-mountain intermediate board? An all-mountain, a cheap one? I don't know. It's a good question. If anyone has a cheap all-mountain board they can recommend to Fat Spotty, let them know. Justin Visey, gloves or mitts? Good one. Mitts. Alga7, what is your favorite snowboard company? No favorites at the moment. Yeah, I guess like just right now, because I am liking riding the Arbor Westmark. I'll say for the spring right now, my favorite company is Arbor. Casual Kimi Gamer says, never been snowboarding before, but going with my wife in June. What's the best way to prepare for my very first time? I can skateboard, so hoping that helps. Well, if you can skateboard, then you're gonna pick up snowboarding, no problem. So just do some skateboarding, get that balance and everything going well, and you're set, man. Hey, Catherine Lee's on here. What's up, Catherine? Thanks for tuning in. And Catherine says, hey, how's your day going, Kevin? Yeah, it's going great. So this morning I was actually working on a video that we filmed yesterday, upriding. I met a fan of the channel, Tim. He's born in Singapore but lives in Japan, and he's been snowboarding for the past 4 years now. and had a great time riding with Tim yesterday up on the mountain. And so, yeah, been working on that video all day, and then just hopped onto this live stream. So yeah, Dave's going really well. And it's actually, I'm in like a long sleeve white shirt, and it's super warm here in Whistler. So it's a beautiful day. Adesh says you should come to Lake Louise and snowboard there. Yeah, possibly next year, Lake Louise. I should definitely snowboard there. And JNYC265, thank you for answering my question, Kevin. Yes, it's a deep question. I'm kind of into big life conversations. Yeah, absolutely. Those are the best ones to have. It's always great to have those deep discussions, deep conversations. And yeah, snowboarding, being up in the mountains too, it just puts things into perspective as well. Kind of makes you look around, and it reminds you that, you know, some of the problems of life are not that big of a deal. And I guess, you know, big problems are, you know, you want to take care of them, but when you're up snowboarding, it makes the little things just not matter as much. Andre says, I'm thinking about to get a Rossignol jib saw. Any thoughts? I'm looking for an all-mountain board for beginner intermediate. Yeah, that's a really popular board, the Rossignol jib saw, for like that intermediate beginner all-mountain. I've never ridden it, but yeah, definitely check it out. I've heard lots of good things about it. JNYC265 says, I didn't know if you saw my question or saw it and brushed over it because it was too deep of a question. I'm glad you did, and it says a lot of positivity about you to open up to us about your life. Yeah, no worries. That's what it's all about. And they say, love the videos and will always stay subscribed. Awesome, thank you. And then the next comment is, Milani says, unsubbing. All right, sorry, Milani. Defnox says, I started snowboarding 6 months ago and randomly found this channel whilst learning. And now I am a massive fan of snowboarding and your channel. Thank you for motivation. Keep up the good work. Awesome. Thanks so much for watching. All right, guys, so we got a couple minutes left. Definitely going to get to some more questions here. Thank you guys all for tuning in. Just a reminder that after this, going to hop over to Patreon. And just a reminder, too, that tomorrow I'm driving down to Oregon. On the way in Vancouver, I'm picking up Yannick and Rav. They're flying in from England, so going to be riding with those guys for the week down at Timberline in Oregon. Also picking up TJ on the way in Seattle. He's flying into Seattle. So tomorrow's a travel day, but we're going to be snowboarding all week down at Mount Hood at Timberline Resort. We picked up the spring passes, so they had a good deal. So if you guys are down at Timberline, would love to ride with some fans of the channel or meet up with you guys. And so that's where we're going to be next week. So definitely look out for those videos. And just to say also, thank you guys so much too for supporting the channel, for coming along, for watching the live chats, for watching the videos. Yeah, just definitely is a big motivation to keep the videos coming. So lots of videos to come this spring and summer. And yeah, stoked that you guys are on here. All right. Daniel Z, what's up, Daniel? What kind of board can turn quick in trees? Yeah, some of the powder boards out there are great for doing that. So the even the board I had, the S420, really great POW tree board. The Nitro POW board, part of the Quiver series there, great for trees. Yeah, some of those boards with like the short tails, the short swallow tails, or just short tails in general, can just whip quickly around trees. Look out for some of those. All right, a couple more questions, guys. Oh, we got somebody's like spamming the channel like crazy. It's gonna put this person on timeout. And Bruh Sweet says, did you hear about David Jones getting roasted? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I watched that video this morning. That was pretty funny. Yeah, he got roasted by another snowboard snowboard guy that makes videos for Transworld or something like that. So that was really cool to see. It's like, you know that you've made it once you start to get roasted. So that was awesome to see. And I was a big fan of the video they were trying to roast them for too, where David had the little like snowboard deck and they built like a little jump and all that. That was pretty cool. All right, so Chris Ayers, you're on the chat, man. Ooh, you came in a little late, Chris. Bro Sweet says, favorite thing to do besides snowboarding? Ooh, I don't know. I'm really looking forward to like getting in some lakes this summer. So maybe some swimming in lakes. That's my favorite thing. Awesome, guys. So thank you guys so much. Gonna hop over to Patreon now if you guys want to join me over there. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in for the hour. Amazing questions, guys. Let me just double check to make sure I didn't miss any super chats here at the end. Yeah, thanks again, guys, everyone. All right, take it easy, guys. Have a good weekend. Peace.